Ever since I was a child, I've always wanted to go to the Himalayas. My name is Lachlan Kerr. In 2017, I had the rare privilege of doing the Chomolhari base camp trek with World Expeditions. And with the help of my fellow trekkers, I've made a short film to share this magical experience that took us deep into the mystical kingdom of Bhutan.
I've been dreaming of going to Bhutan for 25 years. And it lived up to every expectation.
It's just beautiful, like visually it's spectacular. The people are really, really friendly. They're also really proud of their country, and you sort of feel a bit proud, I suppose, to see that in these people. It's a little kingdom.
Here we have a country that believes in gross national happiness, which is something I think the rest of the world could really learn from.
What's not to love about Bhutan? I felt like it was its own isolated kingdom, which it really is, with all the mountains around it.
The vibe is something that I remember was a really peaceful, calm, organised sort of a country, and I enjoyed that.
The Chomolhari trek begins in the Paru Valley. We enter stunning rhododendron forests and weave our way up the valley, crossing and recrossing glacial streams. The landscape opens up and affords us the opportunity to see yaks and pass through remote villages, leading us to the base camp where we camp below the sacred peak of Chomolhari. We have a rest day to acclimatise. We climb gradually over the Nyla Pass. The most challenging day of the trek sees us crossing the Yao Pass, where we almost scrape the 5,000 metre mark before descending to the Thimphu River.
I'd seen these images of Bhutan over the years and always thought, that's so far away, how would I ever get there? Going with World Expeditions was a very easy process. The process of finding a tour through them and then talking to them about what it would involve and what I needed to do, and the preparation beforehand was all very easy.
Lots of reasons why people should do this trek. For 12 days there's a real mix of adventure, so you can climb these high passes, see these beautiful views. Then there's also tourism aspects, so you have opportunities to go into the towns and the cities, see the fortresses, look at the cultural, historical side of things. I found it was a good balance.
So we virtually walked up this river, and every time it was crystal clear. You could see 4 metres down and see the bottom, what was happening on the bottom. And then around that you have the Himalayas rising out of it. And I found that really, really inspiring, how much they treasure their environment. And I think countries around the world can learn from it, and I certainly did.
Look, I think it was a fabulous combination of landscape and culture and just the experience of walking among a really interesting country, and it was the whole package.
The highlight for me was definitely the Yale Pass, where we got to 4,950 metres. It was just an amazing experience to get up to the top of that pass.
The second pass, when we had beautiful blue skies, lovely clouds going by, and we could actually see the world and see where we'd been trekking and where we were going. I reached that point and just thought, wow, this is amazing. I'm really excited to be here, and with this group of people who had sort of got us up the hill. A great sense of camaraderie, just reaching that point together. I didn't want to go back down.
World Expeditions provided excellent camping and equipment. They supplied tents, sleeping bags, down jackets, and insulated mats were all high quality. and also providing a clean, comfortable environment to serve freshly cooked meals as well as a private toilet.
The altitude was managed really well on the trek. Right from the very beginning you get an email, this is what you can expect. They tell you to drink a lot, stay hydrated. There's so much information that they provide you.
It was planned very well by World Expeditions in that we went up to a base camp and then we went for a day trek up and then back down. And we just went up very, very slowly, and the two guides were very experienced in what it is like to have altitude sickness. Every day was a different meal, and I was surprised. I was waiting for a bit of repetition.
They had a really nice balance there as well. They had sort of things like vegetable momos, which are like dumplings. They had spicy chicken. They had chilies and cheese, because chilies are their national food.
Yeah, I was struck by the talent of the cooks and how they were able to produce great meals, both in the evening but also on during the day. We were served up a hot lunch every day.
We would set off, then they'd pack everything up, put it on horses and pass us. One group would break off and set up lunch for us. The other group would go ahead and set up camp at the next destination.
So yeah, the local staff were exceptional. They're very friendly, they've got a lot of pride in their country. They had so much history to share with us, which was really nice to hear.
The local staff were the highlight for me, way, way beyond expectation.
But at the same time, they were very professional in the way they cared for the group. They were very supportive of people that might have been struggling a bit sometimes. And
the accommodation either end of the trekking itself, I was actually very surprised and very happy about how nice it was. It might have been advertised as 3-star. I thought it was definitely better than I had anticipated.
And the team at World Expeditions, from go to woe, where they organise all the slightly complicated visa arrangements and so forth that Bhutan has, and they were a great team back here in Australia, but also as soon as we got to Para, we were welcomed there, we were looked after at every step. They were a really professional crowd.
I really take my hat off to World Expeditions.